Welcome to Buddha Blink. As you prepare for rest, allow yourself to settle comfortably. The journey to deep sleep begins with letting go of the day's concerns. Breathe deeply and slowly. Feel your body becoming heavier with each exhale. Tonight we explore ancient Buddhist wisdom that guides us toward inner peace and restful sleep. These teachings have survived thousands of years because they speak to something timeless within us. Our innate desire for tranquility and balance. The mind often races as we lay down to sleep, filled with thoughts of yesterday and tomorrow. But true rest arrives when we learn to dwell peacefully in the present moment. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that peace isn't found in controlling the outside world, but in cultivating stillness within. As we journey through these teachings together, allow yourself to drift deeper into relaxation. There is no effort required. Simply listen and rest. In the stillness of this moment, imagine your consciousness as a vast, clear sky. Thoughts may drift across like clouds, but you remain the unchanging awareness behind them. This is the essence of mindfulness, the gentle observation of our experience without becoming entangled in it. The Buddha taught that our suffering comes not from life's challenges, but from our resistance to them. By learning to observe rather than resist, we create space for profound healing and rest to emerge. The journey toward inner peace begins with compassion for yourself. Many of us speak to ourselves in ways we would never address a beloved friend. We criticize our perceived shortcomings, replay our mistakes, and demand impossible standards of perfection. But the Buddha taught that true transformation begins with tender care for oneself. As you prepare for sleep, offer yourself the gift of gentle kindness. Release the harsh inner critic. Speak to yourself as you would to someone precious, deserving of patience and understanding. Notice how you speak to yourself in moments of struggle. Do you offer comfort and encouragement or criticism and judgment? The words we use internally shape our perception of ourselves and the world around us. When we make mistakes or face challenges, harsh self-criticism only deepens our suffering. Instead, we can practice self-compassion, acknowledging our humanity while treating ourselves with the same warmth we would offer a dear friend. Self-compassion isn't about ignoring areas for growth. Rather, it means approaching our journey with love and encouragement instead of harsh judgment. Like tending to a delicate garden, we nurture our development with gentle care rather than force. As you rest tonight, allow yourself to be exactly as you are, a being worthy of compassion, doing your best to navigate life's complexities. There is nothing to fix, nothing to solve. Tonight, your only task is to rest completely. Your body serves as the sacred vessel for your spirit's journey through this life. Buddhist teachings emphasize honoring this vessel, not merely for appearance or performance, but as an expression of respect for the precious gift of embodiment. As you prepare for deep sleep, bring awareness to your physical form. Feel the points of contact between your body and the surface supporting you. Notice areas of tension and invite them to soften. Each conscious breath nourishes your cells, bringing life-giving oxygen to every part of you. The Buddha spoke of the body as a temple housing our consciousness. When we care for this temple through mindful choices, nourishing food, gentle movement, adequate rest, we create harmony between body and mind. This harmony serves as the foundation for inner peace. As you drift towards sleep, feel gratitude for your body and all it enables you to experience. The beauty of a sunset, the comfort of an embrace, the pleasure of favorite tastes and sounds. Your body faithfully carries you through each day, deserving appreciation rather than criticism. Many of us push our bodies beyond healthy limits, ignoring signals of fatigue or discomfort. The Buddhist middle path teaches balance in all things, neither excessive indulgence nor harsh deprivation. Listen to your body's wisdom tonight. Allow yourself to fully surrender to rest. Sleep isn't merely the absence of wakefulness. It's an active process of healing and renewal occurring in perfect harmony with nature's rhythms. By honoring your need for sleep, you honor the temple of your body. Throughout life's journey, we naturally set goals that motivate our actions. Yet, Buddhist wisdom offers unique guidance on approaching these aspirations. The concept of the middle path suggests setting goals that challenge us without overwhelming us. Like stepping stones across a river, each achievable, yet moving us forward. As you prepare for sleep, release attachment to outcomes. Trust that your journey unfolds perfectly, even when the path differs from your expectations. Often, we create suffering by setting goals anchored in others' expectations rather than our authentic desires. The Buddha encouraged his followers to examine their motivations, ensuring their aims aligned with their deepest values. Tonight, as your body relaxes towards sleep, contemplate what truly matters to you, what brings genuine fulfillment rather than temporary satisfaction. When our goals reflect our authentic nature, the journey toward them becomes as rewarding as their achievement. The pursuit of goals becomes problematic when we attach our happiness to specific outcomes. Buddhist philosophy teaches that peace comes from accepting what is while working skillfully toward what could be. Like a sailor adjusting to changing winds, we maintain our direction while adapting to circumstances beyond our control. As you drift deeper into relaxation, release the need to control how your path unfolds. Trust that each experience, pleasant or challenging, offers wisdom to guide your next steps. Life flows like a river, constantly changing, yet following natural patterns. Buddhism teaches that resisting change creates suffering, while embracing it reveals hidden gifts. When we approach change with curiosity rather than fear, we discover opportunities for growth where we once saw only obstacles. As sleep approaches, notice how your consciousness naturally shifts and transforms. Allow yourself to flow with these changes rather than resisting them. The boundary between wakefulness and sleep becomes a teacher of impermanence. Many spiritual traditions emphasize that growth happens at the edge of comfort. The Buddha encouraged his followers to remain open to new experiences, understanding that each unfamiliar path expands our capacity for wisdom and compassion. Yet, this openness doesn't mean recklessness. It's a mindful exploration guided by discernment. As your body prepares for sleep, reflect on how life's unexpected turns have shaped you. Often, our greatest growth emerges from circumstances we would never have chosen. Our resistance to change often stems from fear. Fear of the unknown, of failure, or of loss. But Buddhist teaching suggests that these fears themselves are impermanent states rather than fixed realities. By acknowledging our fears with gentle awareness, we diminish their power over us. Tonight, as you rest, notice any resistance arising within you. Without judgment, observe these feelings. Then, with each exhalation, imagine releasing them, creating space for acceptance and peace to enter. The Buddha taught that our mind possesses extraordinary power to shape our experience. Through consistent practice, we can cultivate a positive outlook that transforms our perception of reality. This doesn't mean denying difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it means developing the capacity to find meaning and possibility even in challenging circumstances. As sleep draws nearer, allow your awareness to rest on sources of goodness in your life, however small they might seem. Music, mindfulness serves as the foundation for a positive outlook. By training our attention to rest in the present moment, we free ourselves from rumination about the past and anxiety about the future. This present moment awareness reveals the simple joys available in each breath, the miracle of being alive, the comfort of rest, the peaceful rhythm of your heartbeat. As you continue relaxing, bring gentle attention to these fundamental blessings that remain available regardless of external circumstances. A positive outlook emerges naturally when we recognize that our thoughts are not facts, but mental events that come and go. Like clouds passing across the sky, our thoughts change continuously. By observing them with gentle curiosity rather than immediate belief, we develop the freedom to choose which thoughts deserve our attention. As you prepare for deep sleep, notice any negative thoughts arising. Without trying to change them, simply observe them floating through your awareness, knowing you are not defined by these temporary mental states. The Buddha spoke of the importance of nurturing activities that bring genuine joy and fulfillment. In our busy lives, we often postpone joy, believing it must be earned through productivity or achievement. Yet, Buddhist wisdom suggests that joy itself is a path to wisdom rather than merely its reward. As you rest now, reflect on activities that bring you authentic happiness, not merely excitement or distraction, but a deep sense of rightness and peace. These activities reveal important truths about your unique path. Joy differs from mere pleasure or entertainment. While momentary pleasures come and go, activities that bring genuine joy nourish us on a deeper level. They connect us with our authentic nature and often involve creativity, connection, or contribution. The Buddha encouraged his followers to notice what truly nurtures their spirit, understanding that these activities create harmony between inner and outer life. As sleep approaches, imagine yourself engaged in these soul-nourishing pursuits, feeling the sense of flow and fulfillment music bring. In modern life, busyness often becomes a badge of honor, leaving little time for activities that bring deep satisfaction. Yet Buddhist teachings remind us that a life without joy easily becomes mechanical, driven more by habit than intention. By consciously creating space for what brings us alive, we cultivate energy that sustains us through challenges. Tonight, as your body releases the day's tensions, commit to honoring your need for joyful engagement, recognizing it as essential nourishment rather than optional luxury. Gratitude serves as one of the most powerful practices for cultivating peace and contentment. The Buddha taught that a grateful heart naturally experiences abundance, while a mind focused on scarcity creates suffering regardless of external circumstances. As you drift towards sleep, bring to mind 3 simple things you feel grateful for today. These need not be extraordinary. Perhaps the comfort of your bed, a kind word from a friend, or the beauty of the changing sky. By training our attention on what we appreciate, we transform our experience. The practice of gratitude doesn't require changing your circumstances, only shifting your attention within them. Even in periods of difficulty, we can find small aspects of our experience to appreciate. This practice isn't about denying challenges, but about preventing them from consuming our entire awareness. As your body grows heavier and sleep draws nearer, allow feelings of appreciation to spread through you, noticing how gratitude creates a sense of sufficiency and calm. Expressing gratitude extends beyond internal recognition to active acknowledgement of others' contributions to our well-being. When we regularly express appreciation to those around us, we strengthen connections and create cycles of generosity. The Buddha encouraged his followers to recognize their interdependence with all life, understanding that no one exists in isolation. As sleep approaches, imagine sending silent thanks to those who have supported your journey. Teachers, friends, family, even strangers whose small kindnesses have eased your path. The practice of mindfulness forms the foundation of Buddhist teaching. At its essence, mindfulness means bringing clear, non-judgmental awareness to our present experience. As you continue relaxing towards sleep, bring gentle attention to the sensations in your body. Notice the weight of your limbs, the rhythm of your breath, the points of contact with the surface supporting you. Without trying to change anything, simply observe these sensations with curious attention. This simple practice anchors us in the present, where peace is always available. Many believe mindfulness requires stopping thoughts or achieving a perfectly clear mind. The Buddha taught something more accessible, that mindfulness means noticing what's already happening with friendly attention. Thoughts will naturally arise. The practice involves observing them without becoming caught in their stories. As sleep draws closer, notice how thoughts appear and disappear in your awareness. You need not follow them or push them away. Simply acknowledge their presence and return your attention to the sensations of your body. Mindfulness naturally extends to our emotions, which Buddhist psychology understands as temporary states rather than fixed identities. By bringing gentle awareness to our emotional landscape, we develop the capacity to experience feelings without being overwhelmed by them. As you drift towards sleep, notice any emotions present in your awareness, whether pleasant or uncomfortable. Allow these feelings to be, recognizing them as passing weather patterns in the vast sky of your consciousness. This acceptance creates space for emotional healing. The breath serves as an always available anchor for mindfulness practice. The Buddha taught various breath-centered meditations, understanding that conscious breathing bridges body and mind. As sleep approaches, bring gentle attention to your breath. Notice the natural rhythm of inhalation and exhalation without trying to control it. Feel the subtle sensations of air moving through your nostrils or the gentle rising and falling of your abdomen. The simple attention calms the nervous system and prepares the body for restful sleep. Buddhist traditions speak of the interconnection between all living beings. describing reality as an intricate web where each action affects the whole. As you rest now, feel your connection to the countless beings resting alongside you tonight. Across homes, cities, and countries, millions join you in sleep, this most universal of human experiences. In this shared vulnerability, we recognize our common humanity beyond the divisions of waking life. Allow this sense of connection to deepen your relaxation. The Buddha taught that all beings share fundamental desires for safety, happiness, and freedom from suffering. By recognizing this common ground, we develop compassion that extends beyond our immediate circle to embrace all life. As sleep draws nearer, imagine your breath connecting you with all beings. With each inhalation, receive the shared air that sustains all life. With each exhalation, offer your breath back to the world. This simple exchange reminds us of our place in the greater web of existence. We live in a culture that often glorifies independence and self-sufficiency. Yet Buddhist wisdom reminds us that no being exists in isolation. Our lives are sustained by countless others. Those who grow our food, build our shelters, create medicines, share knowledge, and offer connection. As you drift towards sleep, feel gratitude for this vast network of support that continues even as you rest. Your well-being is held by forces larger than yourself, allowing you to surrender completely to sleep. The changing seasons teach us about natural cycles of activity and rest. Just as winter brings dormancy that prepares for spring's renewal, our daily cycle of wakefulness and sleep allows necessary restoration. Many struggle with sleep because they resist this natural rhythm, viewing rest as unproductive. Buddhist wisdom honors these natural cycles, recognizing that periods of quiet rejuvenation are essential for sustainable energy. As your consciousness begins shifting towards sleep, trust this ancient pattern of renewal playing out in your own music body. In Buddhist psychology, letting go represents not loss, but freedom. We release what no longer serves us. Tensions, worries, regrets, making space for peace to enter. As sleep approaches, imagine each exhalation carrying away accumulated stress. Feel your muscles softening, your thoughts growing quieter, your attention gently releasing its hold on the day. This letting go happens naturally when we allow it without force or struggle. Your body knows how to find deep rest when given permission. The Buddha spoke of non-striving, the paradoxical truth that some states cannot be achieved through effort, but only by releasing effort. Sleep exemplifies this teaching perfectly. The harder we try to sleep, the more elusive it becomes. Instead, we create conditions for sleep to arise naturally through relaxation and surrender. As you continue resting, release any effort to fall asleep. Your only task is to rest comfortably and listen. Sleep will arrive in its own time, like a shy animal that approaches only when we cease pursuing it. The mind-body connection forms an essential aspect of Buddhist teaching. Our thoughts affect our physical state, while our bodily condition influences our mental landscape. As you prepare for deep sleep, notice how your thoughts create subtle sensations throughout your body. Anxious thoughts might produce tension, while peaceful images bring relaxation. By choosing restful thoughts, you create physical conditions conducive to sleep. Imagine peaceful scenes, perhaps a quiet forest, a gentle stream, or waves lapping at a shore, and notice how your body responds. Buddhist meditation often uses focused attention on specific body parts to cultivate presence and release tension. As sleep draws nearer, bring attention sequentially through your body. Start with your feet, noticing any sensations present. Then move slowly upward, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, bringing friendly awareness to each area before moving on. This body scan practice helps identify and release hidden tension while deepening your connection to physical sensations rather than mental activity. The transition from wakefulness to sleep offers a unique opportunity to observe how consciousness transforms. Buddhist practitioners have long studied these liminal states, finding that they reveal important insights about the nature of mind. As you drift towards sleep, maintain gentle awareness of how your perception changes. You might notice your thoughts becoming more dreamlike, your sense of your body shifting, or brief hypnagogic images appearing. By observing these changes with curious attention, you learn about consciousness itself while allowing natural sleep processes to unfold. In Buddhist practice, intentions shape the quality of our experience. Before sleep, setting clear intentions creates subtle guidance for our unconscious mind. As you prepare for rest, form a simple intention for your sleep, perhaps for healing, integration of the day's lessons, or inspiration for tomorrow's challenges. This intention functions like dropping a seed into fertile soil. Your deeper mind will nurture it while you rest. Without straining or demanding specific outcomes, simply plant this intention and then release it completely. The Buddha taught that suffering arises from craving and aversion, wanting things to be different than they are. This teaching applies profoundly to sleep. When we desperately want to fall asleep, yet find ourselves awake, our frustration creates tension that further prevents rest. Instead, practice accepting your current state. If sleep feels distant, simply rest in peaceful wakefulness. This acceptance paradoxically creates conditions where sleep can naturally emerge free from the obstacle of striving. During sleep, the mind processes experiences and emotions from our waking hours. Buddhist psychology understands that this integration happens naturally when we create suitable conditions. Rather than analyzing problems before sleep, simply acknowledge that your wisdom mind continues working while you rest. Many solutions arise effortlessly after a night of deep sleep, not because we struggle toward them, but because we allowed unconscious processing to unfold. Trust this natural wisdom operating beneath the surface of conscious thought. The Buddha spoke of different levels of consciousness, some accessible only in deep meditative states, or during transitions like falling asleep. As you drift towards sleep, you may notice your awareness becoming more fluid and expansive. This natural shift reveals dimensions of mind beyond ordinary thinking, realms of intuition, creativity, and direct knowing. Without grasping at these experiences, simply notice how consciousness naturally transforms as sleep approaches, revealing its rich and varied nature. In Buddhist practice, equanimity describes a mind that remains balanced regardless of changing circumstances. This quality proves especially valuable during difficult nights when sleep seems elusive. If you notice yourself becoming frustrated with wakefulness, remember that rest itself benefits your body even without sleep. Cultivate gentle acceptance of your current experience, knowing that all states, including insomnia, are temporary. This balanced perspective helps prevent the cycle of sleep anxiety that often worsens sleep difficulties. The Buddha taught that liberation comes through understanding rather than through struggle against reality. Applied to sleep, this wisdom suggests that understanding your natural sleep patterns and needs leads to greater ease than fighting against your current experience. Perhaps your body requires less sleep than you believe, or your natural rhythm differs from conventional schedules. As you rest now, release fixed ideas about how much sleep you should get or when it should happen. Trust your body's wisdom to find its natural balance. Nature provides endless metaphors for rest and renewal. Consider how trees shed leaves in autumn, how fields lie between plantings, how animals hibernate during winter. These natural cycles remind us that rest isn't merely the absence of activity, but an essential phase of productivity itself. As your consciousness shifts towards sleep, imagine yourself as part of these natural rhythms. Your period of rest contributes to the greater cycle of creation and dissolution that governs all life. Sound serves as a powerful anchor for present moment awareness in Buddhist practice. As you drift towards sleep, bring gentle attention to the sounds in your environment. Notice distant noises, sounds from other rooms, or the subtle ambient sounds always present yet rarely noticed. Without labeling these sounds as pleasant or unpleasant, simply experience them as pure sensation. This practice shifts attention from discursive thinking to direct experience, creating conditions favorable for sleep. The Buddha taught about impermanence, the ever-changing nature of all phenomena. Applied to sleep difficulties, this teaching reminds us that no state lasts forever. A restless night eventually yields to sleep, just as the darkest night inevitably gives way to dawn. By remembering impermanence during difficult periods, we reduce suffering caused by believing our current experience will continue indefinitely. As you rest, notice how sensations, thoughts, and emotions naturally arise and pass away without any effort on your part. Buddhist wisdom speaks of the middle path between extremes. With sleep, this means finding balance between effort and surrender. We create conditions conducive to sleep through regular routines and healthy habits, yet ultimately must release control and trust sleep to arrive in its own time. As your body continues relaxing, notice if you're holding tension anywhere, perhaps in your jaw, shoulders, or hands. With each exhalation, release this unconscious effort, finding the middle path between attention and surrender. The concept of refuge holds special significance in Buddhist tradition. Taking refuge means finding a source of safety and support amidst life's uncertainties. As sleep approaches, create an internal sense of refuge, a feeling of being protected and held as you journey into the vulnerability of sleep. You might imagine being surrounded by a sphere of light, held in compassionate awareness, or resting in the embrace of something greater than yourself. This sense of safety allows the vigilant parts of your mind to relax their guard. Buddhist psychology recognizes that peace emerges naturally when we remove obstacles rather than when we create special states. Sleep functions similarly. It is our natural condition when we remove what prevents it. As you continue relaxing, notice any remaining obstacles to sleep. Perhaps expectations about falling asleep quickly, concerns about tomorrow, or discomfort in your body without struggling against these obstacles. Simply acknowledge their presence. This recognition often allows them to dissolve naturally, like morning mist under gentle sunlight. The Buddha taught the importance of appropriate attention, directing our focus toward what brings peace rather than what creates agitation. As sleep draws nearer, guide your attention toward restful thoughts and sensations. Notice the comfort of your body being supported, the pleasant heaviness in your limbs, or the peaceful quality of darkness. When the mind wanders towards stimulating thoughts, gently redirect it toward these restful aspects of your experience. This skillful guidance of attention creates fertile ground for sleep to bloom. In Buddhist tradition, loving-kindness meditation cultivates benevolence toward oneself and others. As you drift towards sleep, practice this ancient form of blessing. Begin by offering good wishes to yourself. May I rest easily. May I be peaceful. May I awaken refreshed. Then extend these wishes outward to loved ones, neutral acquaintances, difficult people, and finally all beings everywhere. This practice relaxes the heart's constrictions, creating emotional conditions conducive to restful sleep. The breath naturally changes as we transition towards sleep, becoming deeper and more rhythmic. Buddhist meditation traditions work with this natural rhythm, using it as both an object of attention and a tool for calming the nervous system. As sleep approaches, allow your breath to find its own natural pace. You might notice it spontaneously deepening or becoming more abdominal. Without controlling your breathing, simply appreciate how this automatic process perfectly adjusts to your body's changing needs. Buddhist practice emphasizes the importance of letting go of doing in favor of being. This shift proves especially relevant for sleep, which requires surrendering our waking identity with its goals and projects. As consciousness prepares for sleep, notice any lingering sense of yourself as a doer, someone who must accomplish, solve, or manage. Allow this aspect of identity to rest completely. Tonight, you need not be productive or effective. Your only task is to rest in simple being. The Buddha spoke of the joy available in each moment when we free ourselves from craving for different experiences. This contentment with what is known as santoya in related traditions creates profound relaxation. As sleep draws near, Practice being completely content with your current experience, whether drowsy or alert, comfortable or slightly uncomfortable. Embrace what is present without wishing for something different. This deep acceptance often reveals peace hidden within our current reality, however it appears. Across Buddhist traditions, teachers emphasize that our essential nature remains undisturbed regardless of changing thoughts, emotions, or circumstances. Like the ocean's depths remaining calm despite surface waves, our fundamental awareness maintains tranquility beneath mental activity. As you drift towards sleep, sense this deeper dimension of your being, the aware presence that observes thoughts without becoming entangled in them. Rest in this awareness, allowing surface thoughts to gradually settle like snow in a shaken globe. The quality of non-judgment features prominently in Buddhist practice. Many sleep difficulties worsen when we begin judging our experience, labeling insomnia as bad or racing thoughts as problems. As sleep approaches, practice suspending all judgment about your current state. There is no right or wrong way to transition to sleep. There is only your unique experience unfolding naturally. By releasing evaluation, you remove a significant source of tension that often prevents deep rest. Buddhist teachings remind us that everything we experience arises from causes and conditions rather than occurring randomly or in isolation. Sleep follows this universal principle emerging from specific conditions we create through our daily choices. As you rest now, recognize how factors throughout your day, nutrition, movement, stress management, screen exposure, influence your transition to sleep. Rather than forcing sleep in the moment, commit to creating favorable conditions tomorrow through mindful choices that support your natural rhythms. The Buddha offered practices suited to different temperaments, recognizing our unique constitutions. Similarly, each person's path to restful sleep may differ based on individual needs. Some find ease through focusing techniques, others through body relaxation, still others through emotional release. As you continue relaxing, notice which approaches bring you the greatest peace. Honor your unique needs rather than comparing your sleep process to others' experiences or rigid ideals. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of interdependence reminds us that nothing exists independently. All things arise in relationship to each other. Sleep beautifully illustrates this principle as it emerges from the relationship between your body, mind, environment, and the natural cycles of day and night. As sleep draws nearer, feel these elements working in harmony. Darkness signaling your pineal gland to release melatonin, your body temperature gradually lowering, your brain waves naturally shifting. Trust this interdependent process that has evolved over countless generations. The Buddha taught that attachment to outcomes creates suffering, while skillful effort without attachment brings peace. Applied to sleep, this wisdom suggests making appropriate preparations for rest while releasing anxiety about achieving sleep. As consciousness grows heavier, notice any tension arising from trying to fall asleep. Instead of forcing the process, simply create favorable conditions and then allow sleep to arrive in its own time. This balance of preparation and surrender reflects the Buddhist middle path. Throughout Buddhist teachings runs a thread of deep trust in natural processes. When we align ourselves with nature's rhythms rather than struggling against them, we discover effortless flow. Sleep represents one of our most fundamental natural processes governed by ancient circadian wisdom encoded in every cell. As you drift towards sleep, feel yourself surrendering to this innate intelligence that has guided countless generations through the cycle of wakefulness and rest. Your body knows exactly how to sleep when you trust its music wisdom. The quality of patience features prominently in Buddhist practice. Many meditation instructions advise students to cultivate patient presence with whatever arises without rushing toward preferred states. This patience proves especially valuable in the transition to sleep, which unfolds according to its own timeline. As sleep approaches, release any sense of hurry or impatience. Allow the process to take exactly as long as it needs, understanding that forcing sleep only creates tension that prevents it. Buddhist teachings emphasize that suffering arises not from pain itself, but from our resistance to it. This principle applies elegantly to sleep challenges. The primary suffering of insomnia often comes not from wakefulness itself, but from our struggle against being awake. As you continue resting, notice any resistance arising. Are you fighting against your current experience? Can you allow even restlessness to simply be without adding layers of frustration? This radical acceptance often dissolves the suffering that accompanies sleep difficulties. The Buddha spoke of appropriate attention, the skill of focusing on what brings peace rather than what creates agitation. As sleep draws nearer, notice where your attention naturally gravitates. Does it drift toward worries, plans, or problems? Gently redirect it toward restful aspects of your experience, the comfort of your body, the rhythm of your breath, the peaceful darkness surrounding you. This mindful guidance of attention creates conditions where sleep naturally, music emerges. In Buddhist practice, we learn to distinguish between facts and the stories we create about them. The fact might be, I'm still awake, while the story becomes, this is terrible, I'll be exhausted tomorrow. By separating fact from interpretation, we reduce unnecessary suffering. As you rest, notice any stories arising about your sleep experience. Can you hold these narratives lightly, recognizing them as mental constructions rather than reality? This discernment often releases the anxiety that prevents deep rest. Buddhist psychology recognizes different modes of mind, doing mode and being mode. 18. Doing mode involves analysis, planning, and problem solving, while being mode involves direct, non-conceptual presence. Sleep requires a shift from doing to being. Yet, many struggle with this transition. As consciousness prepares for sleep, notice if you're still operating in doing mode, trying to solve problems or plan tomorrow's activities. Gently shift toward being mode by bringing attention to direct sensory experience, the weight of your body, the texture of bedding, the sound of your breath. The Buddha taught that when conditions are suitable, results naturally follow without forced effort. This principle applies perfectly to sleep. Rather than trying to make yourself sleep an impossible task, focus on creating conditions where sleep naturally emerges. As you continue relaxing, ensure your environment supports rest, comfortable temperature, minimal light, appropriate quiet. Then release any remaining effort, trusting that sleep will blossom when conditions are right. Just as a flower opens when sun, soil, and water combine in perfect music measure. In Buddhist tradition, the concept of emptiness, sununyata, refers not to nothingness, but to the spacious quality of reality. When we release our fixed concepts and labels as sleep approaches, allow your mind to open into this spaciousness. Notice how your thoughts naturally become less solid, less important as consciousness shifts towards sleep. This natural emptying creates room for deep rest to enter. You need not empty your mind through effort. Simply observe how it naturally empties itself as sleep draws near. The ancient texts speak of sleep as one of the natural blessings available to all beings. When approached with mindfulness, sleep becomes not merely a physical necessity, but a spiritual practice, a daily opportunity to surrender control and trust in the greater rhythms that sustain us. As your body continues its journey towards sleep, feel gratitude for this universal gift that restores both body and mind without any effort on your part. This appreciation itself creates harmony conducive to peaceful sleep. Buddhist meditation often begins with establishing awareness in the present moment through the 5 senses. As sleep draws nearer, bring gentle attention to your sensory experience. Feel the weight and texture of bedding against your skin. Notice the ambient sounds in your environment without labeling them as pleasant or unpleasant. Be aware of any lingering tastes or music smells. Observe the patterns behind your closed eyelids. This simple sensory awareness draws attention away from discursive thinking toward direct experience, creating conditions where sleep naturally emerges. The Buddha described consciousness as a constantly flowing stream, changing from moment to moment. As you drift towards sleep, notice how the stream gradually shifts its quality. Thoughts become less linear, imagery more fluid, sensations more diffuse. Rather than clinging to waking consciousness, allow yourself to flow with these natural changes, like standing in a river and feeling the current gradually shift direction. Experience how your awareness naturally transforms as sleep approaches. In many Buddhist traditions, contemplating the elements serves as a powerful practice for connecting with the natural world. As sleep draws nearer, bring awareness to the elements within and around you. Feel the solidity of earth in your bones and flesh. Notice the fluid quality of water in your blood and tissues. Sense the warmth of fire in your body's metabolism. Experience the movement of air in your breath. Recognize the spaciousness of ether in your consciousness. By aligning with these elements, you remember your place within the natural world, creating harmony conducive to restful sleep. The practice of a community reminds us that we never practice alone. As you prepare for sleep, feel your connection to countless beings resting alongside you. Across homes and countries, through all time zones, beings are sleeping or preparing for sleep just as you are. This shared experience transcends all differences, revealing our common humanity. Allow this sense of connection to ease any feelings of isolation or separation that might prevent restful sleep. Your journey tonight is both uniquely yours and universally music shared. Buddhist wisdom speaks of the importance of appropriate effort, neither too tense nor too loose, like properly tuning a string instrument. Finding this middle way proves especially valuable in the approach to sleep. Notice if you're applying too much effort, trying to force sleep to come, or alternatively, if you've become too passive, allowing the mind to wander without gentle guidance. Adjust your approach to find the perfect balance. Alert, yet relaxed. Attentive, yet at ease. This balanced effort creates ideal conditions for sleep to naturally arise. The Buddha taught that happiness comes not from acquiring what we want, but from wanting what we already have. Applied to sleep, this wisdom suggests finding contentment with our current state rather than craving a different experience. If sleep seems distant, can you find peace in simple rest? If thoughts continue arising, can you appreciate their gradual slowing? This contentment with what is, rather than striving for what isn't, often reveals unexpected gifts within our present experience, while paradoxically creating conditions where sleep naturally emerges. Throughout Buddhist traditions, teachers speak of the observer, the aspect of awareness that notices our experience without becoming entangled in it. As sleep draws nearer, rest in this witnessing presence, noticing thoughts, sensations, and emotions arising and passing without identifying with them, like sitting on the bank of a river watching leaves float by. Observe your experience with gentle detachment. This spacious witnessing often allows consciousness to gradually release its grip on wakefulness. The Buddha spoke of different realms of existence, not merely as metaphysical places, but as states of consciousness we move through in our human experience. Sleep itself represents a distinct realm with its own qualities and gifts. As you transition towards sleep, imagine crossing a threshold between realms, moving from the active, discriminating consciousness of day into the receptive, integrative consciousness of night. Honor this transition as a sacred passage undertaken countless times throughout your life, yet always fresh in each moment. In Buddhist cosmology, time is understood not as linear progression, but as cyclical patterns of arising and passing away. Sleep beautifully illustrates this cyclical nature. Consciousness rises with waking, flourishes throughout the day, then dissolves into sleep, only to rise again with the dawn. As you prepare for sleep, feel yourself participating in this ancient rhythm that connects you with all living beings across time. Your individual sleep cycle reflects the greater cycles of nature, the turning of days, the waxing and waning of the moon, the changing of seasons. Buddhist practice involves recognizing the different qualities of mind states, those that bring suffering and those that bring peace. As sleep approaches, notice the quality of your current mental state. Does it feel contracted or expansive, agitated or calm? Without trying to change your experience, simply bringing awareness to these qualities often allows transformation to occur naturally. Like turning on a light in a dark room, awareness itself illuminates what needs attention, creating space for harmonious states to emerge. Many Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of right time, understanding that different practices suit different moments. Sleep represents the perfect time for letting go, for surrendering the controlling aspect of mind and allowing deeper wisdom to work beneath the surface of consciousness. As sleep draws nearer, recognize this as the right time for release, rather than for analysis or problem solving. Honor the unique gifts of this time, just as you would honor dawn for its freshness or midday for its clarity. Each period offers its own medicine when we align with its natural qualities. In the traditions of loving-kindness practice, we begin with ourselves before extending outward. As sleep approaches, offer these traditional blessings to yourself. May I sleep peacefully. May my body find deep rest. May my mind be calm and clear. May I awaken refreshed and renewed. Feel the sincerity of these wishes for your own well-being. Then gradually extend them outward to loved ones, to all those in your community, and finally to all beings everywhere. May all beings sleep peacefully. May all find rest. This practice creates a field of benevolence that supports peaceful sleep while connecting you with the greater web of life. The Buddha taught of dependent origination, the understanding that everything arises in relationship to everything else. Your sleep emerges from countless conditions, from the food you've eaten, the movement of your body throughout the day, the thoughts you've entertained, the light you've been exposed to. As consciousness prepares for sleep, recognize how these various factors combine to create your current experience. Rather than seeing sleep as something you must force or create, understand it as the natural result of conditions already set in motion. This recognition allows you to cooperate with rather than struggle against the process already unfolding. Thank you for joining us at Buddha Blink for this journey into Buddhist wisdom for deep sleep. May these teachings guide you toward peaceful rest tonight and all nights to come. Remember that each moment of mindful rest nourishes your entire being. Whether you're awake or asleep, your consciousness will continue absorbing these teachings as you drift through the stages of sleep, integrating their wisdom at levels beyond ordinary understanding. Rest well, knowing you're held in the timeless embrace of these ancient teachings. Sleep peacefully. Good night.